Hi all, welcome to another episode of Let's Play EU4. We're playing as Poland. We're riding high and being Polish. I don't know. We're hoping that the Ottomans can beat up on Austria because they are at war with them. I can't really see any Ottoman armies. It'd be fun to watch, but, you know, you can't always get what you want. And I refuse to try. Yeah. No battles that we're seeing currently. Well, we are apparently. The Austrians are sieging a little bit with 24 and 29,000. Decent amount there. I'm impressed. Good job. Rissa now loves me completely. Takes forever to bring that diplomat back. It's amazing. Yeah, we could do more military ideas. We're not going to do that. We're only getting 60 a year, so the likelihood is that we'll get... Where's our military tech? One more idea out of it before we get that tech. And by then, we will have gone into, let's produce more. Actually, I can just do the guy now. There's no reason to wait. It gives us extra points. We need 398 money. Hopefully he doesn't die immediately. Which, knowing our luck, he will, but, you know. We'll cross fingers. We'll take the extra points as long as we can. Once we get the money. Now I want to sell things. I'm just like, give me more money, please. Now that we've decided. Because the more points now gets us closer to ideas, which is what we need in order to ensure that we have a chance to get that tech. So, that is the plan. The plan, it is good. We have more manpower, because you can never have too much manpower. We're taught that every time. Let's see here, what else do we got going on? So I'm really happy that Wallachia is still there. These guys have been peasants for forever. It's interesting to me that the Ottomans have all these massive amounts of ships. What is going on? We haven't taken over Fife yet. I'm just confused. I keep on hitting that button thinking it's going to do something else. Okay. Wow. This is what happens when you record too much of Poland. You space out horribly. We'll get through it together. And hopefully, in the end, we'll prove better than the space out. How many Diplo points are we getting? Do we have the Diplo plan? I think the Diplo plan is pretty easy. What am I doing? 8. It's about 100 a year. Yeah, we're going to be way over. We're going to actually be eating Diplo points, I think. Almost certainly. we'll be able to do the Diplotech really soon at this point. But we will spend it on culture conversions for the heck of it. We'll end with the most technological Poland and a united in culture Poland. And somehow that'll make us feel better about ourselves. We do have enough money. I should pick up the Grand Captain. Immediately increases our stuff by 2. Just out of curiosity, if I go to full maintenance, I'm still making money. Alright, that's good. We have, at least for now, we'll be losing money if we take damage. But, take damage, it's like a ship. There's damage to the shields! Reinforce with more men! Throw them into the shields. I think that's how shields work, Captain. Doesn't matter, use the men. We can build a canal. Feel like a little bit like we're in Venice, but more canals. Did you know that Venice has the most bridges in a city? But then Poland, or no, wow, not Poland. Poland's clearly on my mind. Then Pittsburgh, I believe, has the second most bridges in a city. There are a lot of rivers in Pittsburgh, it turns out, and hills and other things, and they all require bridges. Still making a decent amount of money, nowhere near as much as we were before, but we're fixing the military point problem as best we can. 70 years, 84, which is a little bit better. In 10 years we have 840 or so, which is definitely enough to get the tech-ish. Yeah, we're going to need extra points. We're definitely going to have to go with the focus. I would not have been able to do this without that focus, I don't think. Caught us up on admin, and then we'll do the same on military. That's sort of been a godsend in a way. Doesn't help that we've had really poor leader nonsense, which kills me a little bit. Okay, Austria. I really am upset that you're winning. Shocking, shocking, and you're winning against the Ottomans again. If you release Croatia, that would be amazing. Release Croatia and Bosnia. Ottomans can take them over again. There's this Russian army. Never mind. Right, Russians are my allies. They're my friends. Tuscany, you don't like me enough. Like me more. It's a command. And now I think when we max out Diplo, we will do the culture conversion, as I want to hold on to some money, and we're now spending a lot more with that new advisor. So that works. Our legitimacy is very high. It's the highest it's been in quite some time. It's a little bit sad that it's because we are a whatchamacallit, a council thing, whatever, regency. But it reduces, it doesn't really help that much. I guess it gives us a little bit more income from vassals, whatever. At some point this really helps us if we can ever get to positive. Oh, golly. Our prestige has been so bad for so long. It's actually comically funny. We do want more ideas. 5, 6, 7. Most we can get is 14. What is the bonus for this? Attrition for enemies, +1. Okay. Just Austria, if you decide to attack us. Be nice. We've built a lot of trade buildings. It's actually kind of funny. I actually closed that, and I want it back open. Because we're going to need to convert for 175. I guess we could just do that now. We're going to spend the points in 8 months anyway. So we might as well just do it. Be converted in like 10 years anyway. The question is, do we want to eventually convert Ostpreußen and Danzig and finalize the... There's a culture map down here, right? Region culture map. See, we're so close. It's so close. It would be wonderful. I mean, even Denmark is Polish. Denmark Neumark should be Polish if Denmark is Polish. The Prussians should become Polish. It's a very exciting time in Polish understandings. These guys are still Hungarian, but looks like there was a little bit of culture conversion over there. Lots of Germanics. Basque is still there. Go Irish and Welsh. Yeah. Okay. We have a mission. Further have a to kneel in Bizabaria. That's fine. We'll do that. And we'll be spending money. But spending 10 points, but that's okay. I just don't want to go on a spending spree and like buy everything. It would be very bad. Very, very bad. These years take forever. Partly that's my computer, for which I apologize if you're still watching the series. It really is my computer, I swear. It's about 4 years old. We're going to upgrade it in the new year, I suspect. I'd love to upgrade it sooner, but, you know, finances. It's basically how we are generally. The Ottomans have lost their leader. It is not a particularly big siege. I don't know if you're actually succeeding. I swear it sounded like fire then. Scotland. Slowly losing. What will England do? They're at 14%. The Ottomans are at -1. Likelihood that English will just negotiate, take the rest of Scotland and be done with it. Which kinda sucks. I like it when Scotland's independent. Look at that. This already just jumping up. The national focus really helps. How soon do we gain our king? A couple more years. 3, I think. Hello, Sensuna. Welcome to the chat. What's this province down here? I haven't looked. East Frisia. Okay. I wish I could do more with Lithuania. I guess I can improve relations again. That's fine. At some point I'm going to have positive prestige. It's going to be amazing. We're all going to be excited. There'll be celebrations in the street. Don't need to spend these points yet. I think we're still far enough away. making an amazing amount of money for having hired that extra expensive guy. 9 years across the board. Okay. I think we want to do all of them. 9 years, we'll put it at 1790. And then we'll have to be... It'll be admin and diplo will be exactly on time, basically. And then military will just be crossing our fingers. The only reason I know that is because I looked ahead. Ahead of time, 8 years. I guess that hasn't updated. Lose 10 prestige. Okay, every time I get excited by prestige, it punishes me. Yeah, 8 years. There we go. That's better. What's really amazing is that we could do the Miltech now. We're not going to again because we want the discount from as many of the ideas as we can get. But we could definitely take it. Which is kind of amazing that we're already at that point. I find it exciting, at least. Okay, what else is going on in the world that we need to be aware of? What armies are fighting? That battle's still going on. This thing is ridiculous, excuse me. And the Portuguese conquest of Brunei. Yep. Nothing exciting. We could take military tech. It's actually an interesting level. Final infantry, more tactics, more morale, better maneuver. It's actually sort of amazing. But, there's a big but. Gotta save the points. As much as humanly possible. And Diplo, we can convert the last thing. I know that sounds silly, but we're gonna do it. Once we break 1100 there, I think we'll do it. Increased narrow-mindedness. No, no. Breslau, you have fun. I don't think you're even going to still be at war with me, so, or not at war, in rebellion. And if you are, I'll just move my troops there. Not a biggie. Yeah, I didn't think so. Our stability is pretty nice. There are no rebels here. Hi, Zappo Dujanik. However we pronounce your name. Welcome to the chat. Global set. It's so depressing that I don't have settlers. That'd be so cool. When do we do this? Do we do this now? We're going to have enough points. We're making enough no matter what. We're either going to be making 11 or 10. So we'll definitely make it by the time that goes around. Do we bump it up because it'll give us more money? Which I think is valuable. I think that's probably what we're going to do right now. We want the money to be hiring other leaders if we need it. Rocam points. The other thing we could be doing is taking the admin ideas, but I don't think we need them. Sure, in case we get attacked. That's fine. Cheaper mercenaries, lower interest. I mean, I guess we want these, but not that big a deal. Alrighty, so that was the timer, so we're going to call this the end of the episode. I very much appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for spending your time with me. If you have any likes, questions, or comments, I very much appreciate them. Have a good night.